Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I created this double cut crease, and after creating this I realized this looks very similar to something I have done before. But I checked it and it is different, thankfully, so I will put the other link of the video in the description bar just in case you want to check it out. I use similar shades and it's also a double cut crease, but it is different. It has like a winged end, and it's different, thankfully. But yeah, I really hope you like how it turned out. I used some new products in this video, which I am obsessed with, but you will just see during the video. And yeah, let's get straight into this video. I hope you will enjoy watching. The first thing I always do is prime my eyelids. This will make sure that the eyeshadow stays in place all day. And I like to use the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. And I'm using a very small kabuki brush to apply this on my eyelid. And I'm just tapping and making sort of blending motions. Then I'm using a little bit of powder to set my concealer in place. Now I'll be using the shadow guards, which I will mention in the description bar where you can get them. And I'm applying a little bit of white eyeshadow underneath my eyebrow to highlight. I always do this because it kind of lifts my eyebrow. Then I'm going to use the Colourpop Issues eyeshadow. I don't think I've ever used this eyeshadow before on my channel. But this one really reminds me of the Anastasia Beverly Hills Orange Soda eyeshadow, but I kind of like it more, to be honest. Like the Orange Soda by Anastasia was like my holy grail eyeshadow to apply in my crease before I applied any other eyeshadow, but this shade is so pretty. When I'm done with that, I'm going to use the MAC Rule eyeshadow and I'm going to blend it in my crease as well, just to make it more warm and give it more of a overall orangey brown sheen in my crease, if that makes sense. It's just basically to warm it up. And the MAC Rule eyeshadow is one of the first MAC eyeshadows I've ever purchased. And yeah, now and then I go back to it because it's just a really nice in-between orange shade. Then I'm going back in with the Colourpop eyeshadow in the shade Issues, and I'm going to blend this around the edges just to make sure that everything is well blended out. If you have a hard time blending out eyeshadows, just go back in with a light shade every time you blend out a darker shade, just to make sure that it's just more blended out. Then I'm going to use this palette from theBalm, and I'm going to use the black shade. I will mention the name of the palette in the description bar. This is just a very intense black eyeshadow. It's one of my favorite black eyeshadows. And also the theBalm eyeshadows are really nice. So I think if you purchase any of their Meet Matte palettes, you won't regret, because they're really nice. Then I'm going to blend out that black eyeshadow using the Anastasia Brick eyeshadow. And every time I go in with a dark shade, I always go back in with a lighter shade to blend this out. If you have seen a lot of my videos, I'm sure that's not new to you guys, but if you're new to my channel, this is definitely something that I would recommend. If you have a hard time blending out darker shades, just go in with like a slightly lighter shade, and this will make the edges less harsh. Also, the method I'm using in this video, like going in with that dark line to create a cut crease, I do feel like this is one of the more difficult ways to create a cut crease, but also this way it will give more of a darker edge of my crease, if that makes sense. So I feel like it's kind of necessary. So then I'm going back in with the MAC Rule eyeshadow, blending this around the edges again to make sure that there are any harsh lines. And then I'm going back in with the Colourpop Issues eyeshadow, also blending this around the edges because I felt like it wasn't well blended out enough. So yeah, if you recreate this, you just have to see for yourself. If it's already looking nice, you don't have to do this, but I think you can never blend enough. Now I'm going in with the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in the lightest shade they have. I believe it's the NW15. And I'm going to apply this all over my eyelid and straight below my crease, which will give me that sharp cut crease effect. Then when I'm done with applying that concealer, I'm taking a very tiny brush with a little bit of matte white eyeshadow, and I'm just going to apply this right below my crease. And later on you will see why I'm doing this. It will just make the line more clear. Then I'm going in with the Sigma Wicked Gel Eyeliner, and I'm going to use this to create the double cut crease. So I'm basically going to follow the line of my crease, but I'm taking it a bit lower, which will create that negative space double cut crease effect. And now you can also see why I applied a bit of that white eyeshadow, because it will make the space between this line and my cut crease more white. And I just felt like if I don't do this, it's more of a skin color line, because the concealer is obviously like a skin color, and I like it to be a bit more white. So that's why I did that, in case you're curious. You can also fill it in with glitter or a different color if you want to have like a special effect. Then I'm going back in with the black eyeshadow from the theBalm Meet Matte Trimony palette, and I'm going to press it a bit on top of it, because I feel like if you set a more of a gel consistency with a powder, you kind of set it in place and it won't move. Then I'm going in with the Inglot Pigment in the shade number 63, which is a very gorgeous bronzy shade. And I'm going to apply this on top of it, and also kind of towards the middle part of my eyelid. And if you're wondering like, why did you create that black base and now you're going on top of it with the bronze eyeshadow, this is just to make it extra sharp and also to make it more of a smoky effect. Then I'm going to use the Anastasia Chocolate eyeshadow, and I'm going to apply this a bit at the middle part of my eyelid as well, but more towards the outer V area. I just wanted to have a slight darker shade next to it to give it more of a definition, I guess. Then I'm going to use the Americano eyeshadow from Makeupgeek, which is a dark brown matte shade, and I'm going to press this in the space where I haven't applied eyeshadow yet, also softly blending it on top of the darker brown shimmery shade to kind of make it melt into each other. I wanted this cut crease to be more of a smoky cut crease with like a dark outer end. I just really like how that looks. So to make it even more dark, I'm going back in with the black eyeshadow from the theBalm palette, using a very tiny Morphe M506 brush, just blending that on top of it. Also, I'm going on top of that line a little bit because I don't want the line to be all the way towards like the shadow guard. I want it to be like stopping somewhere. So don't be afraid to go straight on top of it. I just feel like it gives a cool effect that it suddenly disappears in the eyeshadows. Then I'm going to use the Sigma Wicked Gel Eyeliner to apply a line above my lash line and to create a winged liner. I'm not going to show you this too in depth because I believe I've showed this in all my previous video, and I think by now you guys kind of know how I do my eyeliner. But if you want to see it a little bit more in depth, check my previous video. Then I'm going to use the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, same as I used on my eyelids, and I'm going to apply it straight underneath that wing line to make it extra sharp, because even though the liner already looked kind of sharp, using some concealer will just make it look extra snatched. And yeah, I really like it. I always do this. I never skip this part, except if I'm doing my makeup for on a regular day. If I go grocery shopping or anything else, I'm not going to do that. Like, I'm too lazy for that. Then I'm going to use the Benefit Porefessional primer, and I'm applying this like all over my face. Today I'm going to use the NARS foundation, which I used a few days ago off camera and I didn't like it. So I'm going to use a bunch of products which make my skin matte, just to see if it works in combination with these products. So now I'm using the NYX Matte Finish Spray, and I'm just spraying it all over my face. And then I'm going to use the Urban Decay De-Slick primer. And this is a primer which normally doesn't go well together with my foundations, because it's just making your skin really dry. So if you have very, very oily skin, I think this will be your best friend. But if you have dry patches on your skin, it will kind of make it look even worse. So I will only recommend that primer for like really oily skin. And I thought, because it's quite dry, I'm going to use this in combination with this foundation, because I feel like this is a very luminous foundation. And I just wanted to see if that worked, and it did work. I didn't have dry patches for the first time using this primer, so you can use it in combination with a more luminous, shiny foundation, I guess. Then I'm going to use the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, applying this underneath the eyes, a little bit on my forehead to brighten it up. And I'm going to blend it out using my beauty blender like always. I feel like there's no such thing as a beauty blender. I have tried to like blend out my concealer with a brush, but it just doesn't work for me. Then I'm going to use the Makeupforever Contour Kit in the shade 2, and I'm using that white shade to apply underneath the eyes and to basically set all the places where I applied concealer to make sure that it doesn't move. Then I'm going back to the eyes, and I'm using the brow gel in chocolate from Anastasia Beverly Hills. Applying this on my brows because I applied powder and it always sits on my eyebrows. And then I guess that's the right time to apply some gel. Then I'm going to use the theBalm Mr. Right pencil, applying this in my waterline. And this is my current favorite black pencil for any waterline. It's really pigmented, you don't really have to press really hard to like get color payoff. It's really nice. Then I'm using the black eyeshadow again from the theBalm palettes. And I'm applying this right underneath my low lash line. Also trying to connect it with the cat wing, so the cat wing kind of fades into my lower lash line, showing it as a very smoky lower lash line, which I really like, especially with a dramatic cut crease like this. Then to blend it out, I'm using the Rule eyeshadow from MAC, and because my lower lash line was already quite dark, this color is showing up also quite dark, but I just kept adding product on my brush and just kept blending. Then I used a liquid liner with a very precise tip, and I'm going to kind of create a pointy inner corner. Then for my mascara, I used the theBalm Scuba Mascara. I did this off camera. And for my lashes, I'll be using the Annytude Weary Eyelashes. I have a special discount code which will give you a discount on all my Annytude lashes. I will link it down in the description bar. So this is one of my favorite styles. It's not too dramatic. And also if you follow me on Instagram, you might know that I post a lot of close-up pictures from my eye looks. And this is just a really nice style to photograph. It really shows nice in photos. So this is the end result of the eyes, but of course I have to finish the face first, and I'm using the MAC Emphasize powder. I'm going to apply this on all the places where I first applied powder as well to kind of set my concealer. But this powder has a sort of brightening effect, and I used to be really in love with this powder. Haven't used it for so long, so just wanted to use it again. Then I'm going back in with the Makeupforever Contour Kit in shade number 2, using that brown shade, and I'm going to use this to contour my cheekbones. Also applying this on my forehead to bronze it up a bit, and underneath my lips to make my bottom lip appear a bit bigger. And yeah, I really like this powder. It's not too warm, not too cool. Then I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Amrezy highlighter, which isn't officially launched yet. I believe it's available on Valentine's Day. But it's really nice. I've been using it now for a few days and it's really pretty. I do think it's quite a light color, so I'm not really sure if it will work on darker skin, which kind of sucks. I was hoping they would make like a darker version as well, but maybe it does work on darker skin, I don't know. Then I'm going to use the Natasha Denona Blush Duo, and I'm applying this on the apples of my cheeks. It's such a pretty pink color. Then to line my lips, I'm using the Colourpop BFF Lipliner, which is a really gorgeous shade to use with nude liquid lipsticks or lip glosses, and it's very affordable. Then I'm using the Midnight Snack Matte Lip from Colourpop, which I recently got in the mail, and it's became one of my favorite colors. It's a very nice nude pink, and you guys know I love those. And then I'm using the Dose of Colors lip gloss in the shade Goals. Also a new product which I received, and this is so pretty, especially on top of this liquid lipstick. It's really gorgeous. And here you can see both of these products swatched, so you can see it a bit better. So this is the end of the video. I really hope you guys enjoy watching. I used the NARS foundation, and I remember in my previous video I told you guys that I don't like this foundation. Today I just wanted to give it another try and use it in combination with a more dry primer. I hope that the combination would be more long lasting. Since the last time I used the NARS foundation, it looked so glowy, and when it gets glowy around my nose area, I just don't think that looks flattering. So I wanted to try this combination. I do have to say it looks so much better than without this primer, but still I just feel like it looks really patchy on my skin. I just don't think this is like the foundation for me. Very sad because it's quite a expensive foundation, and I don't like to waste my money on foundations, which I don't like. I don't think anyone does. But yeah, I really tried to make it work, and maybe I will try it a few more times. It looks so much better with this primer, but still I'm not really impressed. But yeah, this is the end of the video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy. That would be really helpful for my channel. And of course, I hope to see you in my next video. Bye guys!
Something about you feels so different. Makes me wanna risk it every time I look at you. You pull me back into your river. Swim a little deeper. I don't need to breathe with my head underwater.